Right about 14 minutes past the hour on a Monday morning. Latest jobs report from last week raising new talk of more stimulus, possibly from Washington. May's unemployment rate 8.2% for the month. After December 2007, unemployment rose steadily for 2 years, but has been falling since the end of 2009. And the disappointing numbers from last month getting attention from both the Romney and the Obama campaigns. Have a listen.
A million jobs sitting on that table in Congress right now that they could move on. They need to get off their hands and stop rooting for failure. That's really what's going on right now.
This is a hostile environment for job creation in our economy, and that's why, frankly, it adds a sense of urgency in terms of this year's election to be able to turn things around, because the only thing that's going to change it are changing the policies, and that means changing the person in the White House.
That was part of the debate on Sunday morning. With me now, Tennessee Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn, a Republican on the House Energy and Commerce Committee, Deputy Majority Whip, too. Nice to see you in New York.
Good
and
to
good
see
morning
you.
to you.
Yeah.
What's your solution?
My solution is simple. It's an equation. Less regulation plus less litigation plus less taxation equals more innovation and job creation. Works every time.
There's a lot of shuns in that answer. Regulation.
You got it. Yeah, we're so overregulated.
But you're hearing now from Democrats saying that there are 1 million jobs on the table right now in Congress. Is that true?
Well, no. See, Congress doesn't create jobs. It creates the environment for jobs growth. And in the clip that you just showed, Ed Gillespie said it right. This is a hostile environment. When I am out in my district, what I hear first and foremost from job creators is this. We're afraid to hire. We don't know what's going to happen with Obamacare. The EPA is regulating us to the point we can't manufacture. You can't loan money. There are all these problems that are taking place within the regulatory environment that make it very difficult. There's uncertainty about taxation. So what we need to do is get government out of the way, get its hand off of your wallet, and let job creators
You heard what
go to
Stephanie
work.
Cutter said in that debate with Ed Gillespie there. She says Republicans, especially in the House, are rooting for failure.
And that is just so wrong. I mean, that is outright wrong. And they shouldn't say things like that. What we're doing is rooting for America to succeed. And we know that the best way to do that is to get government out of the way and let the private sector do what the private sector has always done, and that is to create jobs.
5 months away from a national election.
Yeah.
What can Congress do between now and then? Because you have Democrats in the Senate hold the majority and House Republicans. It just does not appear that anything will get done. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, I think that that's a fair assessment, but wouldn't it be great if we decided, first of all, that the Senate would take up a budget, which the House has done, and would pass it. Number two, ask the question that we've been asking for months now: where are the jobs? This is the 40th straight month where we've had over 8% unemployment. So let's start to roll back some of this regulation. Listen to the people that are out there trying to hire people and create jobs. Get rid of some of the uncertainty. Cut what the federal government spends. Actually make cuts into what we spend and then pass a budget based on that. Good, solid
You
steps.
hear also that Republicans are getting in the way in the House. So you can just, run the clock out right now, make it worse for the administration, and give Mitt Romney the upper hand. What would you say to that?
That's just wrong, because what we're trying to do is to get the budget passed, get some of these regulations off the books. It's not getting in the way. If they want to say we're getting in the way of something, we're getting in the way of increasing the size of government. What we are doing is trying to get out of the way of the private sector, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
What do you think about the idea of more stimulus dollars? I don't know if that comes from printing more from the Fed, which would be the third round for that, or even new legislation, which probably will not pass with the current makeup of the House.
You're right. And when you look at the Fed policy, I think that a third round, QE3, let's not put more stimulus. No, let's not print more money. We're already borrowing 40 cents of every single dollar that we spend. What we need to do is show some fiscal restraint and tell people the honest truth about what's happening with the budget, not have any budget gimmicks. Hardworking taxpayers are looking at us and saying, you need to buckle down.
We will see you in Washington again very soon.
Yes, you will.
Enjoy your time in New York here. Marsha Blackburn, the Republican from Tennessee, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.